Your wealth management firm is growing, so why does it feel like you're drowning? The dirty little secret no one in the industry wants to admit is that growth without capacity isn't success. It's a slow motion collapse dressed up in a nice suit. We need to talk about a concept that Nauman and Angie Herbers are putting front and center, and it's one that most advisors confuse with something else entirely. Capacity, the ability of your firm to absorb new clients and new revenue without your service quality falling off a cliff, is not the same thing as productivity. And mixing those two up could be the most expensive mistake you make this decade. Think of it this way. Productivity is how fast you're running, but capacity is how wide the road is. You can sprint all day, but if the road only fits 2 cars, adding a third one isn't growth, it's gridlock. Here's where the irony hits hard. Most firms celebrate a productivity win, pat themselves on the back, and then immediately start wondering why their client satisfaction scores are tanking. You worked harder, faster, and smarter, and somehow the experience got worse, which means your benchmarks were lying to you the whole time. And speaking of benchmarks, this is where it gets genuinely absurd. Most industry comparisons are apples to oranges disasters because firms with completely different service models are stacking their numbers side by side and asking why they don't match. It's like comparing a fine dining restaurant to a fast food drive-thru on revenue per customer and then being shocked by the gap. The support ratio, how many support staff you have per advisor, is one of the most revealing capacity metrics you're probably not measuring correctly right now. The goal isn't just more bodies in seats. It's about whether your advisors are actually freed up to do the work that only they can do. Here's a counterintuitive truth that Herbers hammers home. You should invest in advisors and high-value support functions first before you start stacking entry-level roles into the org chart. Hiring cheaper help faster feels efficient until you realize you've just built a bigger machine that still can't deliver a premium experience. One of the quietest killers of firm capacity is saying yes to everything, every service request, every client type, every niche. Narrowing your core service offering feels like leaving money on the table, but it's actually the thing that makes scaling predictable instead of chaotic. Before you restructure anything or sign an M&A letter of intent, Nauman and Herbers argue you should fix your client experience processes first. Faster response times, cleaner information quality, smoother handoffs. These process improvements buy you capacity without a single new hire. And that's leverage most firms aren't using. Now, let's talk about mergers and acquisitions, because this is where the capacity framework really flips the script. A deal is only genuinely attractive if it increases your firm's absorption ability. If integration muddies your service model or strains your support infrastructure, you haven't grown, you've just gotten bigger and slower at the same time. Then there's AI, which everyone is talking about and almost no one is deploying strategically in this context. The real win isn't replacing advisors, it's automating the support layer, improving the speed and quality of information, and returning hours to the people whose time is your most expensive resource. History rhymes loudly here. Firms that scale headcount faster than they scale process always hit the same wall, and the ones that survive it are the ones who built with capacity discipline from the beginning. The pattern is almost embarrassingly predictable in hindsight, and yet every generation of growing firms seems to rediscover it the hard way. The practical takeaway is brutally simple. Measure your actual absorption limits, set a support ratio target before you need it, and make your next hire based on capacity math, not gut instinct or how busy everyone looks. Discipline in the process beats conviction in the moment every single time. At the end of the day, the firms that win long-term aren't necessarily the fastest growing. They're the ones who grew in a way the infrastructure could actually hold. Capacity is the engine, service clarity is the fuel, and patience with the process is what keeps the whole thing from overheating. Whether you're building organically or eyeing your first acquisition, we can help you think through the financial side, from real estate investing to home contracting needs, to connecting you with the right lenders. So check out our links in the description below.